The story panel provides a good companion to the timeline and the map elements because it allows you to easily display textual information and graphics and embedded iframes and things like that on demand or in a couple different formats. Now there are two into our spreadsheet, and we first start off, we do story is the type for the marker, and we're not going to worry about any of these other things yet. The title, we'll say this is page 1. And it's got some info. And that's really all we need to start out with to show our panel. So let's go in and we'll do Alt-R and look at it. And here we have it. We've got one page sitting in there. This is page 1. Let's make a couple more pages just so that we got them. So I'm just going to cut and paste it. We'll make 3 pages. Again, it's type story. This will be page 2. Three. Okay. We can do things like add a citation or change the color, but we're not going to do that right now. What I want to talk about next is really putting in the text in there. Now, this information, it takes in regular text, but it's not very interesting. So what we need to do is to format it using HTML. And so we have built into Visualize is a little HTML editor that allows you to do that. And so you go to the settings menu, click on there and go to the story editor. And essentially it brings up a rich text editor that you can type in and do all kinds of things. Now I'm going to so I'm going to cut and paste a piece of text in and then kind of break it up a little bit. We'll add another paragraph. Okay. Now one of the things I want to do here is I'm going to start formatting it. I'm going to make the Visualize thing a little bigger. So we'll make that 20, and we're going to make that red. And anyway, you can do this. It's similar to Microsoft Word. You can essentially change a variety of different attributes of the text and edit it and all that. But we just can't cut and paste this text and put it into the spreadsheet. We have to actually get the source of it, the HTML5. So if we click on source, we can see the source, right? So it's a little different than the text we had there, but it's the same words, but it's been marked up. It's got the fact that the font size can be big. The color of that one is a particular color. But anyway, we don't really have to worry about all this stuff. We'll just cut and paste this. So cut it, and then I'm going to close. Go back here. I'm going to just paste it in. Here. And now it's in. So let's see what that looks like. So hit Alt-R. And it looks pretty much like the way we did it. It's as they say, WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. And we have basically 3 pages now. We can go through the various pages here, and that's your primary way of looking through the pages. You can go backwards and forwards, even use the keys to go through it on there. Now, typically these things, they go in the order that they were made, but we can also call them up at particular times, saying we want to tie going to a particular story page at a particular time. Now let's look at a couple of the other options that are available for the story. We can say that this page is really subservient to the other page, so I'm going to make it a position 2. And also I'm going to put a citation in to here saying done by me. Citation shows up in green, and it is a useful thing when you need to annotate these things. So let's go back here and we'll do Alt-R. And we didn't change anything on that first page, but we did on the second page. And see, this is page 2, and there's the citation. See, done by me. And if you look in the pull-down list, you can see that they're numbered differently now. So these aren't main pages. That 1 is a main page, but 2 is and 2 shows up, but these subret pages you have to actually click on to get to. and it was useful. Now the same, you can show this exact same information in continuous mode, so scrolled mode, and it really looks the same, right? So we have, this is page 1, and it's subservient ones from that. It just depends on how you want to present your information. Either one works fine. We can also change some interactions with the other pages. So we could go to particular points on the screen. So let's say page 1, we want to come in at 1760. Page 2 is going to come in at 1770 and 1780 for page 3. Our things work with time now. So we bring it in, and now if we go to any given page, you'll notice that it moves the time on. That's page 1, which was 1760. Page 2 is 1770. Page 3 is 1780. And so we can control the time there. We can also control the spot too. So let's say really what we want to do is on page 3, we want to be zoomed in way over here on whatever farm this is. So I'm going to open up the Find menu, and I'm going to basically grab this. That's the location. So I cut and paste that, and now I go back here, and in the Where menu, we paste it in there. Now, whenever I click on that particular one, it's going to go there. So let's Alt-R. And now on page 1, we go to 1750. And now see, when we went to page 3, we went to that particular farm in addition to going to 1780. So you've got control over that. And finally, we can actually put a picture in as the first one in there. And we can also put additional pictures in, which I'll show in a second. So let's get a picture. Let's say, I guess, Jefferson attends William and Mary. We'll just grab this one. I can't remember what it looks like. We'll basically grab that URL and put it in the second line under pick. So now when we go to that second picture, okay, so now let's go back to visualize. Let's Alt-R to reload it, and we'll go to the second picture, and it's going to be a little bit more robust. It's actually got a picture of William and Mary in it. And this picture, you can click on it and make it bigger, things like that. There are other ways to add pictures. This was the macros, and the next podcast we'll be talking about that.